If beauty is only skin deep,
Whoa, man overboard!
what's beneath the surface?
There he is. I just saw his head again.
Oh yeah, that's great.
In Indian River Lagoon, a place full of life, something is not right.
Oh, I got something tugging right over here.
Extraordinary measures are being taken.
I'm beginning nightmares right now.
But will emergency surgery and the work of a few committed conservationists
What do you think, huh?
be enough to revive a piece of paradise? This is Indian River Lagoon, a spectacular 155-mile stretch of water just inland from Florida's Atlantic coast. It's home to an incredible variety of wildlife. Manatees, dolphins, stingrays, and nearby is one of the largest green sea turtle nesting grounds in the United States. But all is not as it seems. My name is Dr. Brady Barr, and Florida is my home. I'm a reptile expert, and for more than a decade, I've been studying alligators in the imperiled Everglades.
Alligators here in the Everglades are not doing well. It's a complicated picture. Maybe it's pollution. It's a tough place to live. If I was an alligator, I wouldn't want to live in the Everglades.
Now, I'm looking north to the troubled waters of Florida's Indian River Lagoon. Dr. Lou Earhart is a biologist from the University of Central Florida. He's been working with sea turtles for more than 20 years.
Dr. Earhart.
Brady, how are you doing?
Fantastic.
Good to have you here at the Indian River.
Beautiful place.
Yeah, we have a pretty nice site for our headquarters, and we're real pleased about that.
By studying endangered green sea turtles, Dr. Earhart can judge the health of the lagoon.
And I know the ocean's right over there. This is a river? No, it's really not. It was misnamed all those years ago, and a lot of people think of it as a flowing freshwater stream. It's anything but that.
It's a lagoon, and that's a big problem. Parts of it are virtually stagnant. Pollution doesn't flush out with the tides. It builds up and clouds the water.
It has happened, but
Turtles here are often sick and in need of urgent help. Lou uses a net to capture them for examination.
How long's the net gonna be?
Just about 500 yards, 460 meters.
But the net could cause a problem when entangled turtles become stressed.
That's a long way.
We have to be vigilant.
So it's conceivable that we could have a sea turtle in the beginning of the net that we just put out?
sure, that's what the other boat's looking out for.
I should be feeling for a tug and looking for movement.
Right, we'll be looking down the net in case anything's splashing, and you'll be just feeling as though you were feeling a fish on a line. Oh, I got something tugging right over here.
Okay, come back. Pull back.
If you want to get close to the animals, it seems best to jump on in.
Spotted eagle ray! He's big. Well, when we came up on it, I saw this big white form looming up out of the darkness, and my heart kind of went up into my throat not knowing what it was.
All right, the water clarity, the way it is, you don't know.
Right, I was thinking, is it a shark, a turtle, all right, what is this thing?
And with a net more than a quarter of a mile long, there's no time to tread water.
There it is, I saw it again. I saw the head just come up.
Between those two, right there. Okay.
Come on, tend that net, tend that line.
When we do get a turtle, it's bittersweet.
Oh, I see it. Yeah, it looks like it's got some of the tumors on it.
Looks like it.
So that's a green turtle?
Yep, that's a green.
Another one full of
It's alive, but like 70% of the lagoon's green sea turtles, it's riddled with tumors.
Is this a bad infection here? I mean, I got the turtle.
Yeah, this is going to be a Category 3, really severely afflicted animal. It may just be too severely afflicted for surgery. That's a call that's a little hard for me to make, but this is a bad one.
Oh, that's a shame. It's such a beautiful animal.
When we catch a turtle like this, we're sort of between a rock and a hard place. You kind of hate to just tag it and release it and let it go on its way, and yet if they tried to remove these surgically, it'd probably bleed to death because there are so many.
Imagine lugging all that stuff around on you.
Yeah.
Poor guy.
Left unchecked, the tumors will eventually cover the eyes, and a blind turtle will starve or become easy prey for sharks.
Poor, that just breaks my heart.
Yeah, it's a terrible thing.
This one may be too far gone, but we find others we know we can help save.
A little on the big side for here. A little bigger than average.
The tumors, called fibropapillomas, are thought to result from a virus. They started showing up in these waters 50 years ago. It's gotten worse and worse. Now it's an epidemic.
It needs to be said that the rehab facilities for sea turtles, generally a number of them won't accept fibropap turtles because they don't want it to infect their other turtles.
They're worried the virus may be contagious, and it's risky to keep these turtles with other animals.
We're right on the Indian River now. We're just about to pull our net in, and we've caught 5 greens and a loggerhead today, and we're
Dr. Earhart calls the one place that may help a special clinic in the Florida Keys. We cross our fingers and hope they'll admit our patients.
So what was the verdict on the number of these sea turtles we're going to take down to the hospital?
Well, it looks as though those 4 are candidates. We're going to release
them, huh? Even the one that was really badly afflicted?
Yes. I've had a conversation with the fellow down there who runs the hospital now in the meantime, and he indicates that will be just fine, that they'd like to have a crack at that one, too,
Great.
see if they can help that one.
So that one's not beyond hope?
Apparently not.
The thing about it is, though,
For the sickest one, it's an 11th hour reprieve.
normally when
We
you
call
see
her
like this
lucky.
heavy tumor,
She's going to need all the help she can get. Her battle has just begun. Meanwhile, 2 healthy animals we caught can be set free.
Let it go?
Yep, here we go.
These things just fly.
That's true. They fly through the water. The flipper movements are really like wing beats.
Turtles face an uphill battle from the time they're born. They must contend with pollution, fishing nets, predators, and even natural disasters. A recent hurricane wiped out thousands of nests, and overall, only 1 of every 10,000 hatchlings will survive to adulthood. With the added weight of a tumor epidemic, it's no wonder green sea turtles are an endangered species. From the air, we can see why parts of Indian River Lagoon are so polluted. 1.2 million people call these sunny shores home.
So this is all seawall. Here I see no shoreline other than concrete. The highway in the background used to be the shoreline. This all used to be wetlands. Now
Dr. Bob Bernstein has been monitoring this environment for 20 years.
Probably the major offender is stormwater from developments, this kind of thing with condominiums and just housing developments, parking lots, shopping malls. All that runs off. All the greases and oil that comes from cars and tires drains to the lagoon.
With the lagoon here murky from pollution, a lack of sunlight has depleted some seagrass beds by 90%. That means the turtles feed close together, more than ever before. Immunologist Paul Klein believes that this increased contact may allow the rapid spread of the virus that causes the tumors.
Now, is the virus in the tumor?
Yes. Our working hypothesis at this point is that this is an infectious disease caused by a virus. herpes virus is a leading candidate at this point, but it's unproven as to whether that virus is the agent.
A fungal disease has now shown up in local dolphins, but so far the water-loving human population seems oblivious to what lurks in their backyard lagoon.
Yeah, that's the worst one.
Wow.
And we're not
this-
exactly sure how long it'll take or how extensive the
This
surgery
is-
might be, but it's the worst one.
This is the turtle that we thought may have been too far gone.
That's right.
But evidently they're going to give it a try.
That's the way I understand it, yes.
All right, we got quite a drive.
Long way. Yep, we're ready to go.
It's a 5-hour drive to the hospital at Marathon Key. Not the most comfortable ride for the turtles, but there's hope at the end of the road. We may be able to save their lives, but it'll take major surgery.
It's a beautiful area. He's got a place right here on the water.
It's nearly evening by the time we pull up to meet Richie Moretti, director of the Turtle Hospital.
Brought me some turtles, did you?
How you doing, Richie?
I'm fine, thanks.
This is Brady Barr.
Brady Barr.
Richie
Meet you,
Moretti.
Brady.
Nice to meet you.
We got
Brought
some
us some new patients?
customers. Yes, we did. Hope you can help them.
Well, that's what we do.
The hospital is next door to Richie's Motel, where swimming pools have been converted into turtle pools.
The eyes.
What's that?
Another 2 months, if that turtle had waited that long, we would have lost the eyes. The tumors would have covered the eyes completely.
So obviously, they're happy to be here at the hospital and back in water, but they're not in the clear yet.
No, they're doing the first step. And actually, we use a step program at the Turtle Hospital. They'll come out of surgery and they'll stay in a tank like this for the first 90 days, where we'll check them daily.
Step one.
Step one. Then they'll spend 90 days in one of these square quads where we check them weekly, and they'll be there for 90 days. Then their last 6 months, we put them out in the larger part of the pool where they have to compete with fish for their food. And that makes them a little more aggressive. And if they grow no more tumors and they gain weight while they're in there competing with the fish, on the anniversary of their last surgery, we take them out in the ocean and turn them loose.
That's great. That is wonderful.
The best part of the job.
Oh, I'm sure. So these guys have a long road ahead of them, even if they're successful in the surgery.
The only worry is those x-rays, and we'll do that first thing in the morning and see what the insides look like.
Keep my fingers crossed.
Both of us.
All right.
Growing up in New Jersey, Richie used to catch turtles while fishing in a nearby lake. As an adult, he became the millionaire owner of the largest Volkswagen sales and service center in the United States. When he tired of being Mr. Bug, he became Mr. Turtle.
Not
But
emaciated.
she's got a good cornea under there. That's just on the upper eyelid. And we got one good eye. How's that eye? That eye's good. Well, good morning. Yes.
In less than an hour, Lucky's x-rays will tell us if she'll live up to her name. Richie has studied hundreds of turtle x-rays and knows if he sees internal tumors, there's no hope. Time may be running out for Lucky.
Poor guy. Really looks bad.
Okay. Still, shooting.
Okay, here they are.
So this is a big moment because if you find internal tumors, it kind of seals the fate of the turtle. What are we looking at? Help me.
Okay, what we're looking at, this is the the turtle, and what we're looking here is we're looking through these white areas, our heavy bone.
This would be the spine.
That's the spine. And tumors would show up as white spots that would be fairly bright.
What is this right here?
That's inside. That's actually in the. That's the tumors that you can see from the outside. Same with this one here.
That looks pretty good,
This
huh?
looks fine. As I say, you can see the flippers. and the backbone.
So that's really good news. There are no internal tumors.
Right. This is his trait.
The verdict's in. Lucky's clear for surgery. It's a huge relief.
Down into the lung, this dark blue. So we're clean.
That's great. So they will all the turtles will be operated on.
All the turtles will be operated. So let's scrub this one first, and then we'll take Lucky.
There's one final hurdle. Lucky must survive the operation.
So this is the operating table.
Yeah.
Okay, rule of thumb, anything green you don't touch.
Okay.
Okay? So anything that's like this will be sterile.
I made a pathway around the back.
Veterinarian Doug Mater will perform the surgery.
And Richie, can we raise that table a bit, please?
Like most of the crew at the hospital, he donates his time.
Keep going.
So, Lucky got here just in time. Some of these tumors are getting a little invasive. I always talk to him. I tell him how good it's going to be and how it's only going to hurt for a little bit. And sometimes it seems to relax him. Not that they could understand, but it relaxes me. Yes, see, we want her to breathe, and there she goes. If she doesn't breathe, you know, these guys can hold their breath if they want to for a couple of hours. Now, if they get in a net, they can drown in 10 minutes.
So they get stressed.
Right, just like you and I. If we're in the bathtub, we can hold our breath for 3 minutes. If somebody grabs us by our throat, we run out of air in about 20 seconds. No, it's not. I just want to give her one good breath.
Can you see okay?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Anesthetizing reptiles is tricky.
Love this light. This is wonderful.
Lucky could stop breathing.
All over.
Oh, Lucky doesn't look so lucky right now.
Close-up of this.
Dr. Mater uses an electric scalpel to burn off the tumors.
Unfortunately, she'll look like Swiss cheese when we're all finished, and what we have to do is find that balance in between removing tumor and keeping the patient alive.
There are so many deep tumors, Lucky risks bleeding to death.
Boy, that is deep. That is a big, hideous growth.
Yeah.
Oh. I don't like the looks of that.
I'm having nightmares about that
We're
one.
a millimeter from going in the body cavity, guys.
That's a real hard tumor. It's a bad spot.
This is a very bad tumor.
Dr. Mater decides to remove only the tumors from Lucky's left side. To do more now would be too risky.
Will she remain in isolation?
Lucky survived this operation, but she'll need another one in a few months' time.
Around the side.
Real tight on this one. We don't want this one to bleed. This is what I'm worried about the most.
How's it going out here?
He's just coming out of it.
All right. Well, I got a new one for you. Here's Lucky.
No, I think it's your turn.
You know, anybody can put an animal down, but putting them down and bringing them back, that's the trick, huh? That's the trick. You gonna come say hi to us? Huh? Are you gonna come say hi? Yes. All right. What do you think, huh? She said, I don't know. I don't like getting drunk.
It'll be more than a year before Lucky can be released. But the good news is, the hospital saves more than 100 turtles every year.
And you can see it had 2 hooks, and you can even see the wire leader.
And other turtles are now ready to be set free.
So she's been here a year.
She's actually been here a year in, I think, May. She was up in May.
No more easy life.
Yeah, really.
You look great.
Chunky.
Boy, have you turned into a porker? Have you turned into a porker or what?
Chunky and
Are you gonna miss us? Are you gonna miss us? What?
She's gonna miss the
What?
easy meal.
What is that? What is that?
Feeding time.
That means you're out
So
of here.
this is a success story here.
This is a success story.
All right.
All right.
The Coast Guard takes us back to the turtles' home in Florida Bay. The hospital staff lives for these moments. These turtles are now healthy, but they still face ever-increasing challenges. To lay eggs, females must return to the sandy shores where they were born, and we can only hope their special patch of beach hasn't been developed.
Oh, just have to give it a minute. We got wind of
While the battle to revive Indian River Lagoon goes on, people like Lou Earhart and Richie Moretti continue to save its turtles, one by one.
We have the shell up here.
Okay, and we're just gonna let her slide right over?
Sure.
This is great. So this is the last chapter of a success story.
Yep, this is what you call a little investment in the future.
That's great.
All right.
Let's go. You ready?
He's ready.
1, 2, 3.
When you work with endangered species, you never know. Maybe one of those turtles we just turned loose might make the difference whether future generations will see sea turtles. You say any one of those 4 could be the turtle that brings those turtles into the next millennium.